My name is Carla Yesenia Garay-Ruiz, and I am going to explain you some topics about grammar focus, English Intermediate 2. I'm going to start with time contrast. I'm going to show you time contrast. Is a composition about 3 times: past, present, and future. You begin to use past, and you begin to saying, a few years ago, not many people lived here. People used to rent videotapes. Is an example. But you can say a few years ago, or you can say 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, or express something that happened in the past. Not many people live here. You can see the verb is in the past. Obviously, you can use it in the past because you are expressing something that happened. And used to, that is in Spanish. Something in Spanish means solíamos hacer. We're going to use present, say these days. These days is mean, estos días. The population is growing so fast. Growing. We are using ing for something that is happening this moment. Growing so fast. Today people drive their cars instead. And future. Future says soon there will be apartment blocks everywhere. Or you can use to might, something that could happen. In a few years ago, Mienviteros might, as you can see, might express something that is a supposition about that, something that you are not sure about that. I'm going to explain you now conditional sentence with if clauses. Possible situation, present, consequence. This topic is really easy. Well, it's easy. I'm going to read it. If you get a high-paying job, what happens if you get a high-paying job? Imagine that could be happen. What could be happen? The consequence is you will have more cash to spend, and you use will because it's something that you are not sure about that. You will have more cash to spend. It's something that is obviously could be happen. But you use here. You have here other example that say if you have more cash to spend, point, comma, you will be able to buy anything you want. It's important to put this here because here have a stop and going to begin to talk about something that is different to this. It's not the same. This is the consequence. This is the possible situation is something that you suppose could be happen. You will be able to buy anything you want. We use will for something that could be happen. And now I'm going to explain you gerunds with short responses. Affirmative statements with gerunds. Gerunds is ing. Ing is something that is in meaning in Spanish endo ando. For example, here say, I love traveling. In Spanish it means yo amo viajar. But if we don't have this, it means I love travel. In Spanish it means yo amo viajo. It don't have sense. For example, for that we say I love traveling. Everything that you could express in this, you could add ing for everything you express. And if you are agree, you say so do I. It's something that you love do. Traveling is something that you love do. And for that you say so do I. Disagree. If you are disagree, you can say I don't. Other example is I hate working on weekends. But if you are agree, you say so do I, because it's something that is something that you do or you hate doing. Really, I like it. If you are disagree, you say I like it. I'm good at using a computer. But in this case, change, it's not it's not it's not something that the person do. It's something that the person are. I'm good at using a computer, so am I. For that, you respond here with am am. So am I. If you are disagree, you say, oh, I'm not. It's really easy. Negative statements with gerunds. It's the same, but this is in the negative way. I don't mind working long hours. Don't, it's negative. If you agree, you say neither do I. Neither. It's like uh, me tampoco. It's something like that. Neither do I. You don't say so do I because it's something that is negative. If you disagree, you say I do. I am not good at selling. Neither am I. As you can see, am. You respond with your answer with this am. If here say don't, you say do. And then if you disagree, you say well I am. If now I'm going to explain other topic. Clauses with because. Here say I will make a good journalist. It's something that the person say that could do. Because I am good at grading. Because is a word that express why you will do that, you could do that. Is when you explain that. It's the reason that why you could do that. We use because every time we are going to express why you do that. I could be a teacher because I'm very creative. Because is a reason. And passive with by, simple past. I'm going to read this explanation. The passive changes the focus of a sentence. The focus of a sentence. For the simple past, use the past of be plus past participle. Active and passive. What is the difference between active and passive? The president opened the building in 1931. This verb is in past. And here say it was opened is in past like this. By, but hereby it means that explain who do that. Who opened the building? By the president in 1931. By express who do that? By. And obviously change that words. It was opened. The most important here is who opened that. And for that the sentence changed that words. The sentence are changed. The passive with that simple present. Active and passive. Here the difference is that by here are not by. Here is without by. And use the simple present active. They use the Europe in most of Europe. The Europe is used in most of Europe. It's the same, but here is in the past this. It's in past and this is the different. It's used in most of Europe. It's the same, but here say they speak English in many European countries. Here, as you can see, this is in simple present. They speak. Nothing that here, no one verb here is in past, is in present. But here you can see that English is spoken in many European countries. Spoken is a verb that is in participle. No, it's not in past, it's not in present, it's spoken. spoken is in participle, is hablado in many European countries. This is the difference. And that is all for me. Thank you for watching.